When I think back, you're talking about the years I was born, you know, and you were pitching baseball, you know, then.
Yes, that was my favorite game. I was a left-handed pitcher.
So what happened?
Yes.
How come you didn't go all the way with baseball?
Well, I went down to Lakeland, Florida for a few years, and things were a little bit different down there. You experienced a lot.
Was there a lot of racism down there?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, that's what I heard.
I went down for 3 years. In a 3-year period, I only pitched in 10 games. That's crazy.
Yeah. So they weren't using you, in other words.
No, but it was a great experience. You know, you experience things, you learn things from it, and then you move on.
You know what's weird? There was a lot of black athletes in baseball back then, but there wasn't a lot of black pitchers back then.
No, but we had some pretty good ones.
No, I know that there was, but was there discrimination? Is that what you think was going on at that level?
A little bit, but not that much. Not that much. In Detroit, we had the leagues. We had all the baseball leagues there.
Right.
And tell me, I love the game of baseball. I think it's the #1 game.
So you just quit? You quit and stopped?
Well, what happened was that, let me tell you the story. The last day I played ball was the day before I got shot. That's how I got started in the bodybuilding. I got shot on the job as a police officer.
What? Can you tell us that story, how that happened?
You want to hear the real story?
Of course I want to hear the real story. Where's the truth here?
Well, I was working narcotics, and I had a 4-man crew, a sergeant, me, and 2 other police officers. We had just pulled a raid that night, so we had to go meet an informant at this location.
They're paging you?
So what happened, I had this sergeant who liked that Jack Daniels, you know? So we shut the place down tonight. The place we went is a place called Michael G's Lounge.
Right.
It was a white establishment, but it was a titty bar. You know, so we hung out, closed the place down, and we're leaving the place. We're walking across the street to our vehicle, which was an unmarked vehicle. Mm-hmm. Nobody knew we was the police.
Right.
We get to the vehicle, we open the doors, and soon I opened the back door, I heard somebody say, "Hey, man," with this southern drawl.
Yeah. So
I turned around and I said, "Yeah, what's up?" And the guy says, "We don't lock niggers in the neighborhood."
Oh my God, holy mackerel.
So I turned around and I looked at the guy and I said, this is exactly what I said.
Yeah.
I said, I don't like niggas in the neighborhood either. Just like that. You know, and my whole crew was black. It was 4 of us.
And they didn't know any idea that you guys were cops, obviously. So
yes, we all police officers.
Yeah.
And one of the guys, he was Italian. His name was Perry Hendricks. You know, he's the only white guy in our crew. But at nighttime, he looked like he was like us. You know what I'm saying?
I'm Italian. So we get dark.
Yeah. So as soon as I said what I said, they were on 10-speed bicycles.
Oh my
and as soon as I said what I said, they pulled out guns and just started shooting at us. Bam, bam.
Wow.
Bam, bam.
Holy
I froze. I could not believe it. You know, I started yelling, "Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired."
Right.
And everybody ducking and dodging this and that. I'm pulling my gun, diving in the car.
Right.
Trying to get me a clear shot.
Right.
And I get to the other way, and I pull my head out and shoot one of the guys. I look for my other partner, didn't see him. And I shot the one guy, and after I shot him, he falls off the bike. I jump out the car, didn't realize I was hit.
Oh, shit. Where'd you get hit?
And I shot him. I hit him.
Where did you get hit?
I got hit in the legs.
Oh, thank God.
I got hit. Yeah. I got hit in my leg.
Crazy. And,
that's like it was crazy.
That's like the Wild West. That you never hear that story from anyone. No cops do that. This was like a shootout you were in.
Oh, it was more than a shootout.
So did you catch all those guys?
Did we catch them?
Yeah.
Well, the one that I shot, he tries to get back on the bike. I shoot again. He falls off. He runs into the main street and gets hit by a car. Got knocked about.
Oh my God! Holy mackerel!
The other guy gets caught, but we go to court the next day, and the judge gives him a $2,000 bond and 2 sureties.
What?
That's a ticket out of. That's a ticket out of town. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But that's how I got started, because when I got shot, they put me on disability. And while I was on disability, I ate. You know, it took me about 4 or 5 months to get to heal up.
Yeah.
And when I finally healed up, I had never weighed over 200 pounds.
Right.
I weighed 320 pounds.
And you were fat for the first time in your life?
Brother. First time in my life. And I couldn't go back to work looking like that.
Yeah.
You know,
wow.
During that time, I looked pretty good in my uniform, you know.
I'm sure you did. You were, you know, good looking man,
but,
you know.
Yeah, but to be truthful, it was a blessing, you know, because
how'd you lose the weight?
How did I lose the weight?
Yeah, what did you do? Give me your routine. Did you just, you know, starve, or did you go on like a bodybuilder type diet?
I started going to this certain gym, and I was there, and I saw this guy. I had never seen a brother look this amazing. I mean, it was a black guy, and he was just, I'd never seen him before. So
right.
I watched him for about 4 or 5 weeks, and one day I got the nerves to ask him, could I train with him?
Yeah. And
when I asked him that, he looks me up and down like and walks away. I said, what's up with this?
He's like, who's this fat slob? Right, exactly.
Yeah. So what I did, you know, I'm still the police, you know, so I got his name, I ran his record, and found out this guy had been locked up for 20 years.
Oh my God. That was a prison physique he had. That's crazy.
Yes. But Dave, he looked amazing. I mean,
there's a lot of these guys that look amazing in prison. It's unbelievable.
Yes, I was just in awe.
Yeah.
And so I'm in the gym training, and one day he comes over while I'm benching, because I was pretty strong.
Yeah.
And he leans over at me and say, yeah. I'm saying, yeah. Then I thought that's what I asked him about 6 weeks ago. Could I train with him? He finally gave me an answer. And I hooked up with him, and the rest is history, brother.